What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I think YouTube's war with ad blockers can be a little better understood now, given mass layoffs have now hit YouTube. And, look, it's bittersweet. Yes, I stream every day at 1 Eastern on the site that shall not be named on YouTube. And I believe it is the future for content creation in terms of anyone who is maybe against the mainstream narrative. But I'm not going to pretend like I still don't need YouTube. It's still the most important platform to my business by far. By far. Now, hopefully, by the time I retire one day, that won't be the case. But for now, it is. And, for a platform that has been censoring, shadow banning, I mean, my channel, you look at my channel, Tim's channel, Styx's channel, anybody that, is against the main narrative, none of our channels are really growing anymore. It's nobody discovers. It's getting new viewers. They've siloed me, and I have, thank God, my viewers. Thank you so much. And if you are a viewer, make sure you leave a like on every video of everybody that you watch, and that you subscribe and you turn on notifications, because that's the only way we're going to reach you, and it's going to get worse in 2024. But now YouTube has been hit by massive cuts. YouTube is cutting jobs on the business side of the house, according to a person familiar with the matter. And we're going to get into that after a super quick word from this video sponsor, Sheath. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Sheath. Look, fellas, particularly, I know it can be a little bit weird to be thinking about changing out your underwear, something you've been wearing basically the same thing for as long as you can remember. But allow me to give you a couple of reasons why. And plus, ladies, Sheath also has a lot for you as well. Look, fellas, first of all, the boxers are designed to keep your balls off your legs. Sheath has 2 individual compartments to keep everything down there separate and comfortable. Traditional boxer briefs are barbaric, invented during the Neanderthal era. Sheath has a modern ergonomic design intended to prevent skin-on-skin contact for long durations, which can build heat, sweat, and smell, fellas. There's an inverted kangaroo pouch for your joey to keep you from sticking to your thigh. You'll chafe and readjust less because everything is cool and in a separate compartment. They were invented by a U.S. Army soldier who came up with the idea for Sheath during his second tour in Iraq, where it was hot as heck and his boys needed to breathe. He invented these underwear to keep your boys cool and comfortable. He's basically a hero. And again, I know it's a weird thing to think about changing, but I'm telling you, once you try Sheath's products, men and women, there's a wide variety of sizes available. I think you're really gonna love them. So click the link below and use code TheQuartering at checkout, or go to sheathunderwear.com/TheQuartering for 20% off. And hey, you'd be doing your balls a huge favor. And I know it might seem counterintuitive, fellas and ladies out there, to make a switch with undergarments, but I promise you'll really like Sheath, and there's almost no risk at all, and they've been a long time supporter of the channel, so give them a try. The news announced internally Wednesday, so they haven't made a public announcement, by the chief business officer, Mary Ellen Coe. Geez, women are in every leadership position at these tech companies, aren't they? Who oversees thousands of people working in areas like business partnerships and advertising. Job cuts have been hitting different parts of Google since last week, when over 1,000 people were laid off. Shortly after that, hundreds more were impacted in Google's advertising division. Like those previous cuts, YouTube employees will now have a short window of time to find another role inside the company. They aren't guaranteed one before accepting a severance package. When reached for comment, YouTube spokesperson Andrea Fayville, another female, confirmed earlier to TubeFilter, which said that the layoffs impacted more than 100 roles in the creator partnerships team, an accompanying restructure which will see the remaining team brought, quote, together under dedicated central leadership in each individual country. YouTube's music and support teams are also being reorganized, meaning cut. What's interesting about this is, as somebody who does have a YouTube partner, manager, whatever that means, they're never from America. They're always over in India or some other country, and they barely speak English, and they don't understand the trends. They don't understand American news. They don't understand, what my channel's about. All they ever do is tell me to tell my viewers to give me more money. They say, oh, people are like, oh, you have a partner manager? I'm like, yeah, well, every time I take a meeting with them, they're just like, hey, tell your viewers to use super chats. Tell your viewers that they need to be using super stickers. Tell your viewers that you should be doing more live streams, and tell your viewers. I mean, literally, I've taken the last 4 meetings I've had with my YouTube partner, every single time. They just tell me to tell you to give me more money. But the reality is, they keep 30% of that. So they see that as a huge advertising growth. And to me, I'm like, well, rather than me get, 70 cents on the dollar, I'd rather my viewers back me on locals where I get all of it, or buy my coffee from coffeebrandcoffee.com, or support one of my sponsors. My channel's too big to be begging for super chats. I mean, they're awesome when they come in, Rumble rants, stuff like that. But, the idea that like I could read between the lines, and of course, with the restructure, YouTube will bring its content creator management teams, which up until now were spread around the globe and loosely connected. So a partner manager in India may have been reporting to a leader in Asia Pacific, together under a dedicated central leadership in each individual country. People familiar with the matter tell TubeFilter that the change will not result in any creators losing partner managers. Again, all my partner manager ever tells me to do is to tell you to give YouTube more money. And that in general, YouTube will be able to support more creators, since the focus is now on scaling these core country-specific teams. Now, if you've been following the news over the past couple of months, YouTube has also been embroiled in a massive battle with ad blockers. Why? Revenue's down. That's why. Advertising's down. I can tell you this January, even though I had similar views in the first 20 days of January, earnings are like half of last year. They're not just down a little bit. They're down half. If I didn't have my deal with my daily live stream and show, I'd be laying people off. That's the truth. I've got a lot of people forget, I've got 2 full-time video editors, a full-time graphic designer. Now I've got somebody working on growing my socials. I'd be laying people off. It's that stark of a drop. And, I don't know, creators don't generally talk about money, but that's a huge hit. Imagine if your paycheck was suddenly tomorrow half of what it was the week before. And that's how it's been for YouTube. December, same thing. Similar views to the previous month, previous December, half. I made 50% of what I made the year before. It's unsustainable. And now you know why. Google layoffs continue as Bay Area tech giant trims traps from YouTube and ad sales. Well, you know why they're trimming ad sales? They're replacing them with AI, first of all. And second of all, nobody's buying them. That's why they're pushing against ad blockers. They're like, we need more people to see the ads that we have. And, by the way, this is not the end. They say there's more to come. Workers from both teams will be able to apply for internal jobs per media reports. Every year we go through a rigorous process to structure our team to provide the best service to our ad customers. Those are people who are buying ads on videos. We map customers to the right specialist teams. Chief Business Officer Philip with 2 P's Schindler told Google's ad sales staff about the layoffs in a memo sent Tuesday. I mean, unlike last January when Google CEO Sundar Pichai announced 12,000 worker layoff in a bombshell email, the new layoffs have popped up team by team. Imagine working for a place that's like constantly laying people off. What do you think that does to morale? I'm not going to go through the whole cut once, cut deep thing that I talk about, but this kind of like rolling layoffs, this is poor leadership and poor market expectations, market mapping. And you see this from just a day ago is Google's big push for YouTube premium subscription and crackdown on ad blockers, why I'm seeing more ads than ever before. I don't know if that's true for you. I actually am a YouTube premium subscriber, simply because, I'm a creator who survives on ad revenue. If I'm watching other creators, I should probably be giving them some ad revenue. YouTube is arguably one of the best streaming platforms. I've been using YouTube since launch. Ad blockers to blame for slow load times on YouTube. Google's crackdown on ad blockers has limited access to YouTube for users with ad blockers enabled on their PCs. Recently, several users took to social media platforms to highlight their frustrations with Google's firm stance on ad blockers, citing performance issues. Several users indicated that they were experiencing slow load times and increased CPU usage. And now we do have an update on that. According to YouTube, this was not on their end. This was on the ad blocker end. Providing that's true, I've heard that that has been fixed. I guess you'll have to let me know in the comment sections down below. If it turns out neither Google nor YouTube are to blame for the subpar viewing experience witnessed over the weekend, the issue stemmed from a bug affecting both AdBlock and AdBlock Plus, which were recently updated. But you see, YouTube Premium inevitably seems like the best option. You see, I know I'm not the only one that's been getting YouTube Premium free trial pop-up ads almost every time I launch the YouTube app. I've always known about this ad-free option, but never thought much about it. I decided to join the free trial for YouTube Premium, and it might be the best decision I made so far. I've thoroughly enjoyed hundreds of videos without having to worry about a pop-up every 5 minutes. Not to mention the capability to download videos and music to watch while I'm offline, this, that, and the other thing. I've never said that. I didn't, I've always believed that YouTube Premium is good value, especially if, you want to download stuff for when you're traveling or you're flying or when you're offline, things like that. Or, you want to be able to watch videos minimized on your phone, which, by the way, Rumble lets you do for free, but that's neither here nor there. So they have been in trouble for some time. They are worried now about ad revenue, obviously. They're laying people off. I don't think that things are going to get better. I think they're going to get worse. I think that they're going to get rougher for creators. I think the experience is going to get more annoying for viewers. And I think more people are going to look at alternatives. I would say, for example, my new tech has been growing significantly. Currently right now, just on the Green Giants website, I have 188,310 subscribers. That's not nothing. Everyone always said, well, nobody's on those sites. Okay. Well, I average, 10 to 20,000 views every single video. 10 to 20,000 views. Some of them get, 30, 40,000 views. Sometimes that beats what I get on YouTube. Things are changing. People are spreading around. People are changing their habits. People are using various apps. Vanced and I forget Louis Rossman's name, the name of his app now too. But there's other options out there, and I'm telling you that things are going to continue to get worse in Silicon Valley. They're going to be replacing staff with AI as quickly as humanly possible, and it's only going to get worse for creators. That's why I'm glad that I've always committed to diversifying my offerings, and I've always been very thankful to have my viewers who support me on places like Locals and my sponsors like Sheath from this video. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you again real soon.